It's been a long day of interviews and meetings. With the help of my cane, I started walking toward the black cars that lined up by the hangars. I forgot how much I hate all of this. Martin snorted. All for a good cause. Yeah, I wasn't going down that road. I had serious doubts about how sucking up to cameras was going to help anything. There had been a time when I would have thought I was doing my duty, that I was really helping people by getting their vote for my mother. Now, not so much. The car ride was quick. It didn't hurt that we had a motorcade to get us through crowded roads and red lights. I tried to not fidget in my seat as we passed a group of people that turned to look our way, annoyance etched along their faces. Motorcades were a normal part of life in D.C., but that didn't mean it didn't irritate people. When we pulled up to the West Wing, I took a deep breath before carefully stepping out of the car. Jake! Ari burst through the double doors and ran at me full speed. I braced my good leg for the inevitable leaping hug, but there was no stopping the smile that spread across my face. Arizona! Mother's voice rang out across the pavement, and my littlest sister skidded to a halt. For God's sake, don't knock him over! The warmth that had started to spread through my chest instantly turned to ice. Ari slowed and looked up at me with big eyes. She pushed the curly strawberry blonde hair out of her eyes and watched me warily. It's okay, Ari, I'm fine. I held my arm out for her, and she sidled up to my side. I missed you, she whispered. She buried her head against my ribs and squeezed tightly around my waist. Missed you too, monster. I squeezed her with my free arm. I'm 13 now. You can't call me monster. She huffed, but didn't step out of my embrace. Actually, I believe the definition of a 13-year-old girl is monster. I ruffled her hair and chuckled when she swatted at my hands. Shut up, she glared at me, and part of me relaxed a little. At least she hadn't changed. Much. She was definitely taller than when I first deployed. I'm pissed at you, you know. She stepped away from me and crossed her arms. Arizona! Mother tisked as she got closer to us. I watched as my mother, Madam Vice President Virginia Simmon, walked toward us. Her red hair shined in the lights from the house. There was a photographer with her, and I ground my teeth as he snapped pictures of us. Why are you mad at me? I felt my eyebrows pulled together and focused on anything but the photographer. And when had she started saying pissed? I've seen you once since you've come back. Once, Jake. Where have you been? I'm sorry, monster. My shoulders slumped. I would have rather been with you. Leave him alone. Mother put her hands on Ari's shoulders and smiled at me. She didn't try to hug me, instead ran her eyes over me critically. You look good. Thanks. I started toward the doors. I wasn't going to stand there for her inspection. I had enough of that every time I went back to the doctor and at my mandatory psych evaluations. Wait, we need a few more pictures. My mother tugged me back to her side. Her smile looked so genuine it made me sick. That's it. Roger, make sure you get his cane in the picture, please. Mom! Ari turned to our mother with disgust on her face. Hush, young lady. These pictures are important. Every word was delivered with a pleasant expression. Now, Jake, try to lean a little toward me. Are you hungry? Mom fell in step beside me, her arm still around Ari's shoulders. We ate before we left. I didn't look her way as I walked under the covered path. There was a Marine standing at attention, and my stomach clenched. For half a minute, he looked like my friend Grange, but I quickly snuffed that thought out. Stuart Grange was gone. He had died before my Blackhawk had crashed. I could still remember his grunt when the bullet slammed into his gut. My eyesight wavered, and I had to fight to keep from being pulled into the memory. It was too much after the long day, followed by the fucking helicopter ride. Ari seemed to sense my thoughts, because she wrenched away from our mom and slipped her hand into mine. What could possibly be more important than hanging out?